town. A few folks voted for the Democrat. I can't make a sound. Party line. I'm on the party line. Party line. I'm on that party line. Well, there's people that muddy the water, people that make it clear. People want to know where their money went, they don't know why I'm here. You wonder how they found out, trusted your best friend. You laid it out and they played it out, I'm on the other end, party line. I'm on the party line, party line. On that party line. Well, they were torn. Do I really play a lead part here? Yeah. But then it just sounds so empty. That's why I don't like playing without a band. I like having a band up here just thrashing and going to town, and then I can play rock star on the guitar. But that's not happening right now. Well, some girls are having babies, some girls are driving trucks. Some people are moving to Florida, and I wish them lots of luck. My marriage is nearly over, the preacher's coming to town. Few folks voted for the Democrat. I can't make a sound. Party line. I'm on the party line. Party line. I'm on that party line. On that party line. On that party line. On that party line. Worse, you could be dating a nurse that works a night shift at the nervous hospital. It could be worse, it could be under the curse of a man who dug a well and found the Chinese army. That verse never gets its due credit. I sing the one about driving a hearse, and I sing all that and the nervous hospital stuff, and people laugh and think that's funny. But when it comes to the verse about the Chinese army, let me explain this to you. This really happened. There was a guy back in the ancient days of China who was trying to dig a well there in the village he lived in. And so he digs way down and he actually uncovers the ruins of an army from China way back in the day. And so he didn't hit water, and the village elders thought that it was just some kind of curse that he had done this, and so it was just a bad deal. And everyone looked down on this guy, and it just didn't end well. I mean, this is real stuff. I ain't even making that up. Because I really said in the Dairy Queen in summer, where were we, Summers? Where did I write this song, Teresa? West Virginia. Because we were driving and riding it, and I wanted to make that verse really weird, so I'm sitting there eating whatever you get at Dairy Queen. And I found all this on Wikipedia. I said, man, that's an incredible story. This is awesome, and all the words rhyme, and I've made up a great song. But yeah, when I play it, everyone just stares at me when I sing the verse, like, what is that? It's real. Go home and look at, I know you don't believe me. check it out though, that really happened to that poor guy. It could be worse, you could be driving the hearse with the man who bought the world from old Dave Bowie. Well, he bought the whole world off old Dave Bowie. Bought the whole world off old Dave Bowie. He was a thin white duke, he was a lad insane. 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 He was a thin white duke, he was a lad insane. Thin white duke, he was a lad insane. Thin white duke, he was a lad insane. He was a thin white duke, he was the spiders from Mars. Thank you. Songs don't make a whole lot of sense, but they don't really have to. How many people out there write songs? I know there are a ton of musicians here. Don't be ashamed. Raise up your hand. How many songwriters are out there? Come on. A lot of people I know write songs. Ian, you write them? You're like Barry Manilow. In a good way. They're like the good part of being Barry Manilow. So there's, songwriters will tell you there's ways you're supposed to write them, and a lot of people pay no attention to those rules at all, and they just write them however. That's kind of what I do, because no one's really standing over my shoulder saying, this is how your song must be, so you have to follow this pattern, and you have to do these things to make it an official song. So I can write whatever I want to. And I can sing about things, I put things together that don't really, I just have complete freedom. My label gives me complete artistic control to do whatever I want. That would be Hickman Holler, my label. Thank you. So I wrote this song, and where inspirations for songs come from, people don't know. I think some people just have all this in their head already, and they figure out a way to deliver it out to you. But other people like me, I don't have it in my head, but I got my antenna up all the time listening, and I'm always, like all the stuff I'm writing, it's just stuff I've heard you all say. And I pay attention, and I steal it, and I twist it around a little bit. I heard a lady talking today at work, and there was someone who's not doing well, and she was telling me about their condition. She said, if you know the word of prayer, would you please say something for them? I thought, what an awesome phrase. If you know the words of prayer. That's just such a cool way to say something. So I may write that song. So I wrote a Christmas song that's all based around one lyric. The old people that I grew up and they get mad and they're talking about somebody. They say, well, you wouldn't come see me if I was laying here dying. You ever heard the old people say that? Maybe you say it. If you don't hear it, you're not hanging out with the right old people. So I wanted to write a song just around that lyric. And that's the most important part of that song. And no matter what I say, I'm just trying to get to that line. And once I sing it, I just feel so good. And maybe you guys don't feel that way, and you don't have to. But I just want you to know I feel good about it. If I can remember, because I haven't played it since Christmas. Uncle come in from Bowling Green. Drove an old Chrysler that he always kept clean. I think he was a sergeant and he fought in a war. He'd take us for a ride and he'd hold it to the floor. Well, him and Aunt Doris might get a little tired. They talk too much till they get in a fight. They get back together and everything's fine. They only come around Christmas time. to find a job or a better day. Couples in the army and a few in jail. Jimmy drives a truck and Bob carries mail. Forgot this next line. Oh, here we go. They have a bunch of kids and they all moved around. I don't know when to come back into town. Get back together and no, that's not it. Told you I'd done this since Christmas. You wouldn't come to see me. I forgot the line that I wanted to sing most of all. Here, let's start that whole verse over. Jimbo, can you edit this out and make it good? Everyone act surprised. Woo! For my next verse, a lot of my people, they done moved away. Try to find work or a better day. Jimmy's in the army and Bobby carries mail. If you don't come cause they're laying in jail. All my people, they have a bunch of kids. That ain't the verse either. Wouldn't come to see me if I was laying here dying. They only come around Christmas time. Don't clap for that. That was horrible. I'll play one that's good. Better, how's that? No, I'm not. This one will probably crash too, but I'm going to play it anyway. You know, getting the songs together for the record, I get them like half done, and I get two verses, and I think, oh, this is going to be the greatest song ever. And I don't want to push it and just add another verse just for the sake of having three. So then I wind up repeating the first verse a lot, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I got this song I'm really excited about. We're going to put on a new record. And I probably know it as well as I knew that last one. But think about it like this. At least you got to see a good movie. I usually have help up here from my sidekick, Honey. Miss Teresa, will you stand up, please? There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one time for Teresa. I really do depend on her for a whole lot of stuff, like selling shirts while I'm doing this. But she's a fine guitar player and a good high harmony singer, and she remembers stuff. Because really, Honey doesn't talk on the stage. That's part of the deal. But still, I'll lean over sometimes and I need to know stuff, and she'll turn where you can't see her, and she'll some way let me know what I'm supposed to be doing. How's that song go? I'm trying to do the one about Kingsport. Do you know the chords of that? See, you don't even know what I'm talking about, do you? That would be a great song if I knew it. Here, I'll do this one. Here's one that I know. I know this one frontwards and backwards. Foreign cars about to blow. There's a place that you can go. A police auction Friday night. Listen, boys, I steer you right. Crown Vic fleet maintained. Your life will never be the same. Once you're in, you can't go back. Magoffin County Cadillac. Yep. That's right, honey, I've been keeping the roads hard. When you don't have to wear a shirt to haul a bunch of boys to work, or flash the chrome of the spotlights, the doing wrong start doing right. On this road you are the king. 55 don't mean a thing. Put the family in the back. Magoffin County Cadillac. I gotta tell you about this part. You know, like I said, I don't really follow any rules about writing songs. So the first part of that song is all about Crown Vics and me driving them and how cool they are. When I wrote it, I really didn't know that much about like the following that Crown Vics had. I knew people drove them and they were cheap and you get a lot of miles out of them. But no joke, man, a lot of union workers and pipe fitters and millwrights, they are driving them, and it's a thing. And a lot of them live in Magoffin County, and they work at Georgetown, and they work in other places, and they all get in there and they drive to work, and it's a very real phenomenon. So that's what the first part of the song about. But really the song is about a journey, because I start naming off the different little towns I'm going through. And really what this song is about is I've got all my friends in the Magoffin County Cadillac, but I'm trying to get to a very special destination, and I'm wanting to see a very special person. So I go through all the little towns, and I'm just moving around through eastern Kentucky, and once I get on the Parkway, I'm going through Jackson and Stanton, and I'm trying to get to Estill County, because I want to see the king of Estill County. And you guys know the king of Estill County, right? Oh, yeah. I'm trying to see Byron Roberts, and that's really what that's about. And so when I wrote this, I'm sure that Tyler Childers said, "Oh, they wrote a song about me." No, yeah, don't tell him that. I mean, it's just about me trying to get out there to Kickton on the Creek, and I want to see Byron, because that's just one of the coolest places there is on earth. And that's really what that whole song is about, is trying to make the pilgrimage and trying to fight the man, or whatever it is you got to do to find yourself in Estill County. So that's the end of the song. City, the beauty's looking awfully pretty. Flat Cap, Plaintown, Sandy Hook, West Liberty was all it took. Jackson, Stanton, Rabbit Town, Boonville tried to shut me down. Ain't no need to try to ground me. Meet the king of Estill County, Magoffin County Cadillac. Magoffin County Cadillac. We left out of Kingsport, that's right. I'm going to do it. This is going to be great. You're going to be so glad. We left out of Kingsport in the middle of the night, playing country music and treating people right. When the amplifiers had cooled down, the guitars put away, we put that Vic in the hammer lane, and this is what we'll say. Well, that road is long, and my eyes are wide. We're playing country music, treating people right. And I think right here will be a very long instrumental part, with lots of steel guitar maybe some fiddles, some electric guitar. And after we played a whole lot and showed off on all the hot licks we know, we'll do another verse. You know that it ain't easy, but it's a life I need. I've seen all good people and I've helped some friends in need. From the little towns and cities and the little country towns. Me and honey are picking it up and we're about to lay it down. Well, that road is long and my eyes are wide. We're playing country music, treating people right. Yes, that road is long and my eyes are wide. Playing country music, treating people right. That'll be that song. I'm really excited about it. I think that'll be a good one. Once I learn the words and learn all the hot guitar parts. I'm going to do you one more song because it's a late night. And I appreciate, let me just say, I really appreciate you all coming out and enjoying this with us. And I just couldn't be any more proud of Zach Curry. One more time, give it up for Zach. For the fine job he did. I had Zach in class. He was in my government class. Did you earn some government, Zach? That's the right answer. Not for me, but I'm sure you earned it. But one of my greatest memories of Zach is we were hanging out in the gym one day and there was a piano in there and Zach had played the theme to The Office. You remember doing that? So he gets on piano and plays The Office theme, and I knew he was cool after he did that. But he's had a fine career. What is your major?
Media Arts and Studies.
What?
Media Arts.
What do you do with a degree like that?
Stuff like that.
You make films, don't you? Well, I thought you did a fine job. He also made a documentary. He and his friends worked on one called 151, and it's about the teacher pension crisis in Kentucky. And I really, that's what led you all to make this one. And it's you and Joe Whalen, and who's the other guy? Sawyer Holcomb. So if you want to learn about the hard times in Kentucky and the governor's fight with the teachers over it, just YouTube, Senate Bill, what's it called, 151?
Yeah.
And it's really a nice documentary, and they did a good job. He got interviews with the governor, and he interviewed me and a bunch of other people. And of course, me and the governor were exactly on the same page about everything. Much like how Perry Casto was on the same page. Perry, where are you? Perry, go home already? Perry, I'm talking about you. Where are you? Perry is my inspiration because during the whole West Virginia thing, he was over here dressed like Uncle Sam. He's just a rock star. There he is. There's my guy. So Perry was doing his Uncle Sam thing, and so I was inspired, and I dressed up like Ben Franklin. And I didn't get near the press you did, though. You looked a lot better than I did. But we're all fighting for the same thing. We're fighting for the working man. That's what we're doing. Give it up for the working man. I'm going to sing you one verse of a gospel song because that's all I know of it. It's really the best verse of the song. Then I'll do one more song, and I have no idea what it'll be, and I'll let you go home. Thank you all for coming out. If you have a brother overtaken by sin, you know you can help him by praying for him. If praying don't help him, it surely won't hurt him. But running him down might ruin him for life. That's all I got of that one. Isn't that a great verse? I didn't write it, so another dude, I think Joe Isaacs wrote it. And I hope that Joe Isaacs' people aren't here, but the rest of the song isn't that good. The rest of the song kind of drops off, but that is the best first verse I've ever heard. I think for now on I'm just going to start doing that first verse and letting that be it. Man, I played all my hits, my go-tos. I don't have anything else to play. Help me. What's something I can play that I'm... Shawnee, what do I know?
Party line.
Did I play Party Line already? I already played that. I messed up and played all my good songs. 8th Grade Bride. That's it. You asked for it, Dad. You got it. I gotta get a drink of water for this. Well, you saw the movie. You knew I used to be in that band. Y'all see me saw that guitar in half? That was a real deal. Let me tell you what I wanted to do. See, that was at Septemberfest in Louisa, and that's my hometown, and that's their big festival where everybody comes out. And I mean, we were opening that night for the Kentucky Headhunters, so there's a giant crowd, and I knew I was going to play that show, so I wanted to get a guitar, and I thought of this 2 months ahead of time. I started going to all the Army Navy stores looking for a weather balloon. And I wanted to get a weather balloon and some helium. And I was going to get a wireless system and have that Les Paul wired up to that weather balloon. And I was going to turn her loose. That was my plan. And I didn't think it through because at some point it would come back down. And you know, an old Les Paul weighs about 10 pounds, it would probably really made some problems. But I would have done it anyway. I just couldn't find the weather balloon. And that put the kibosh on that. So then the next logical step is, well, just get a chainsaw and saw it in half. So it was an Aspen Les Paul copy that I bought at the flea market for $35, and I played it on that last song, and it actually stayed in tune and did a pretty good job. So while I'm playing that song, I think, man, it's a shame to saw this thing up. And the whole night before, I played the set on my real black Les Paul, and it kind of looks like the same guitar. So some people, well, no, it's like people pay attention to your guitar. They don't know. So I sawed that thing in half, and I'm just a little rock star here sawing this guitar, and it was pretty fun. The last thing I'll say about that wasn't my chainsaw, because I didn't want to run my saw through strings and ruin the bar on it. So I borrowed a buddy's Poland saw, and it just wouldn't keep running. I like to never got the thing sawed in half. But, so if you're going to do this, get a good saw. I'm going to play 8th Grade Bride. I haven't played this for a long time. Probably the last time we played it. Sam, are you still here? I think we did a night train. Yeah. How about Sam back here on the sound? Give it up for this guy. Back when night train was still a serious thing, we was about on the tail end of it, we would come here and play some, and then Sam was doing sound even back then, so he's been here for a while. Always did fun. Did you work at the Monkey Bar too? Yes. That's where we met you, wasn't it? Anyone else been there? Stone Monkey Bar? You remember that?
I got 21st birthday there.
You what?
21st birthday. Right.
Really? Once again, I hope none of the owners of the Stone Monkey are here, but I got something to say about that place too. Towards the end of their lifespan, like whenever a star is burning out, I think they had neglected to pay some of the bills, and there was no heat there. No heat. And I remember playing there in the wintertime, and like the floor was frozen, and it was just rough. They had big salamanders out, and they were trying to heat the place with salamanders, and we were still playing. And I guess that's how it goes. I did play here one time, when this was the Valhalla Club. Has anyone ever been in here when it was Valhalla? Now that's old school. It didn't look nearly this nice. And it was just a whole different set of people, and it was a lot of old grumpy men who wanted to play cards and be left alone.
You ever come in with the Bon Ton?
I remember being the Bon Ton, but I never came then. But they switched to Valhalla, and Night Train got a gig here, and they let us play one night. And it's like, I've got to let you boys go. Sorry about that. You suck. They paid us, but they should have fired us. We were in it, they wanted to hear George Jones, and we were thrashing out stuff. So here's my last song. Thank you all for indulging me. I don't even know if I can do this. Through the fence and stare, you're trying to tell me as you braid your hair, won't be very long till they play a song. I'm so happy, 8th grade bride right by my side. 8th grade bride, I'll fight for you. 8th grade bride in my happy home. Actually, I'll tell you one more thing about that. That song's kind of a true story too, because when I was a substitute teacher, there was a girl in 8th grade who was getting married. And it was a real deal, and they actually got married, and they had it all planned out, and everything worked out great. Even though that's kind of not the way most people do it. I gotta get a drink, hold on. But I'm gonna finish this song because I'm having fun playing. Your teachers tell you no, but I love you so. I'm so happy, 8th grade bride right by my side. 8th grade bride on 5-3. 8th grade bride in my happy home. You drink your chocolate milk, your little mustache. Your mom looks real young, I kinda noticed. Thank you. I'm gonna do one more. While I was playing that, I thought of one more I want to play. Just because I can. I promise I'll quit after this. Another song I wrote that I didn't think got its due day by anybody is a song I wrote called Black Belt Karate. And I just think it's a cool song, and I got it on the CD, and I'll go pull it up and listen to it, and it's like, man, this is awesome. And nobody else even cares a bit about this song. But I'm gonna sing it for you, and then I promise I'll go home. Teresa, do you like this song?
I'm sorry, what song is it?
Black Belt Karate.
Yes, it's a good one.
What's your favorite part of this song? The ending?
You caught me off guard.
Linda Gill was my girl. We lived in a small world. Loved her till my head hurt. She left me for a guy at work. I got a rusty Fairlane, smoking a Mustang, trying to get her on the road. They said she wasn't up to code. They wanted black belt karate. They wanted black belt karate. Josh Garnes, you'll like this one. I was drunk down at the Double D with a Boone County Bruce Lee. He tried to give me friction. I showed him Pulp Fiction. Linda Gill was my girl. I loved her till my head hurt. She tried to give me friction. I showed her Pulp Fiction. She wanted black belt karate. She wanted black belt karate. Thank you all so much. Thanks for coming out. Thank you, Zach, for making a fine film. Thanks for standing here and listening to me making a fool out of myself. We'll see you next time at the big concert. You all be careful.